Jarl Morin wants Rigurd's help to get the Thanes to put aside their silly feud so they can negotiate. It's just like the Skald King always says. You always find Rigurd at the heart of a problem, because he is so good at fixing them. Rigurd does not know. Every little thing rankles these Western beard pullers. My cheese is too round. Mine is not round enough. Rigurd, get your hands out of the cheese. Still, Rigurd is sure we will solve their problem, whatever it is. Rigurd knows only what Jarl Morin told him. Thane Hraldi likes to fish and keeps the old gods, the animal kinds. Thane Svein likes to eat and complain, like Thanes do in Eastmarch, but meaner. Rigurd will need your help to get them to meet. Thank you, friend. This makes Rigurd happier than a hairy skeever in the larder. Ending this feud will be simple for us. Rigurd has overcome many trials that others said were hopeless. Like that time he fell in a latrine at Fort Amol. Rigurd has this under control, friend. There is no need to bother Jarl Morin. We will find the Thanes, end their feud, and begin the talks before she even finishes her mead. Rigurd just hopes she saves a drink for him.
I'm sorry, but Jarl Morin has asked not to be disturbed. Truly, the Jarl was ambitious to try and get both Thanes to meet with her at the same time, given their history. Something to do with a new life feast they attended at Carthwatch a few seasons back. I don't know the details, but as I understand it, the whole thing was pretty idiotic. But neither one would forgive the other. So here we are. Which one do you want to hear about first? Thane Hraldi or Thane Svein? They call him Flint Pastor in the taverns because he... well, acts like the kind of man that passes flint every time he uses the privy. Stern, humorless. Can't stand anything that might embarrass him. Oh, and he loves fishing, adores it. Thane Svein loves melees almost as much as he loves his meals. He's incredibly strong and has an appetite to match. I saw him eat a whole cockerel pie straight from the oven. Hadn't even cooled. He couldn't talk for nearly half a year.
Sod off, Iceheal. I'd let a giant bed me before I sat at the table with Thane Hraldi.
Ah, that happened to Rigurd once. Friend, perhaps you can talk to the thief.
Orky's gullet. The Skull King's got some persistent sods working for him. If you're here to ask me to meet with Jarl Morin and that milk drinker Hraldi, then kindly clear off. Thane Hraldi's such a horker, he almost ruins my appetite. Almost. Kind's breath. I'm about to keel over from hunger, and that's all you can think to ask me? I am a Thane of Western Skyrim. not some mollycoddled poet from Yoren's boudoir. Now be gone! Waiting for the feast is hard enough without pointless talk. Every time I've been invited to Jarl Morin's cabin, she's prepared a traditional feast for me. This time, I fasted all week just to prepare. But I didn't expect that snowback Heraldi to show up. I must have been born under a bad star. I swore that the next meal I ate would be a Nordic feast. And I keep my oath, damn it. Besides, my sodding vassals left their provisions back home. Ha! Thane Heraldi knows I'm here. I'm not going to give that steely-eyed blighter the satisfaction of knowing I was the first to quit.
Rigert knew from the moment he saw Thane Svine's belly. This is a Nord that acts with his gut, not his head. Rigert is much the same, only he looks worse with his shirt off. But if a Nordic feast will make Thane Svine listen, then he'll get one. Our portly friend wants a fine Nordic meal, yes? Then Rigert will make him the mouth-wateringest Nordic roast boar that he's ever had. And to assure success, Rigert will elevate this dish with techniques he's learned from across Tamriel. Friend, Rigert spreads the joy of Nordic cuisine across all of Tamriel. He has also seen how other cultures fill their bellies. This will be easy. All Rigert needs is help getting ingredients. Rigert's friend Farthor, a butcher from Greenshade, is wintering in Dragonbridge. His meat is divine, and we can season it with Orcish Howlwater. Rigert knows Magrok in Mor Khazgur, brews it. While you get those, Rigert will get the final item. Have you forgotten that Rigert is Windhelm's most accomplished cultural ambassador? He makes friends everywhere, and learns as much as possible about each place he visits. Especially when it concerns their food and beverages. Rigert samples meats from all across Tamriel. Some squirmed, some barked, some fought, but it was in Greenshade that Rigert ate the finest cuts. I don't know what kind of animal it came from, but Farthor said it honored the pact. Rigert doesn't exactly remember. It's strong stuff, prized by the clans of Hrothgar. It's sure to make a wonderful ingredient, friend.
I already told Jarl Morin. If Thane Svine attends this meeting, I will not. Now, let me finish the rite of the whale.
Praying to catch fish, eh? Rigert just uses a net. Friend, see if you can convince Thane Heraldi to talk to us.
By the whale, this Frosthill is insufferable. How am I supposed to make my offerings while he babbles about meeting with Jarl Morin? If you're also treating with Thane Svine, then leave me be. I'll do no business with associates of his. I'm afraid it's impossible. I had my doubts about meeting a delegate from Windhelm in the first place. Thane Svine being here only confirms that my skepticism was warranted. He is an obscene boor, and I will not speak with him for any reason. No, my friend, there is nothing. I intend to spend my remaining time here communing with the spirits of nature and trying to catch old Hjall's daughter. That fish swam the river Hjol in my grandfather's day. But, spirits willing, I will hook her soon.
Thane Hiraldi will not move until this fish is caught. So, if we catch it, he will have to go to Riggert's meeting.
That is absolutely not what I said.
Friend, meet Riggert at Chillwind Depths. He has a plan to catch this slippery Horker's daughter.
You're here for my howl water, aren't you? How in the 12 strongholds does everyone know when the latest batch is ready? It's ridiculous. Absolutely not! I've seen what a spirit like howl water can do in the hands of a Nord like Riggert. My clan is still rebuilding their longhouse. No sale. Fine. For Hrothgar's sake. But you only get a bottle. With a whole cask, Riggert might just burn down the countryside. Malakat, take me. I hope I don't regret this. I'm still surprised at how many people crave my howl water. I've never been able to develop a taste for the stuff myself, but most orcs can't get enough of it. You trying to steal my formula or something? Ha! I'll never tell. Fermenting it in a mound of mammoth dung helps give it its distinctive smell. But the rest is a trade secret.
Bad enough to come to Cold Harbor, but to end up in the Tower of Lies, toiling away? Glad some of those people were saved.
Do I even dare hope you have another supplier?
There's a time to talk.
Or shall I savor this drink?
I thought I might do business with a few trolls, actually. They have excellent meat.
A watch sausage never dries, so my father said. I suppose talking to some stranger is as worthwhile a way to pass the time as any. What do you want with the likes of me? Riggert, that oafish Nord ambassador is here. Of course he is. Just when things seem to be going smoothly, he shows up. If Riggert needs meat, why does he send you to bother me? Skyrim has its share of butchers. Competent ones, even. Well, I guess even the boar has good taste. The only thing I have fit for a fancy meal is a boar carcass I've been aging. But it's going to the Jarl's table. Tough luck. Great. Another lovely example of Skyrim's hospitality. Fine, the boar carcass is yours. You expect me to let you put a whole boar carcass in your bag and have the meat bruise while you traipse across the countryside? No, no. I'll have the carcass sent over to Rigurt with proper handling. Why shouldn't I? It's what I'm made out of.
Rigurt is glad to see you, friend. This place makes his armpit hair stand up. Rigurt has long-haired tales of the strange caves near Solitude. The tales did not say they were so eerie, but Rigurt does not scare easily. He is a proud, unflinching son of Eastmarch. Now, let's get what we came for and leave, quickly! Rigurt said we'd catch Thane Herald's silly fish for him, but Rigurt must admit something that will come as a surprise to you. He is not a talented fisherman. Rigurt may be a poor angler, but he is still the best ambassador in all of Tamriel, and he happens to know how to acquire the perfect fishing bait from his time among the Argonians in Shadowfen. A mushroom with a silly Argonian name. Too many sounds for poor Rigurt's tongue. But it grows in the dark, dank pits of Shadowfen. Pits just like this. If we look around, Rigurt is sure we'll find it. Yes, Rigurt swears no fish in Tamriel can resist such a mushroom. If only it grew more frequently, it would be used by people everywhere, my friend. Now, lead the way. Rigurt will follow. He will use his keen nose to find the prize we seek. Rigurt remembers his Argonian friends taking him into the darkest part of a stinky cavern. At the very back, Rigurt spotted the mushroom. Smelled it too. It should not be hard to find. Keep your eyes and nostrils open, friend. That's it. Rigert remembers that stink. He will take it back to Thane Hraldi at once. Friend, you are just in time. Rigert is almost out of Nord warrior jokes. He told his favorite about the lusty Horker. But perhaps it was not explained well enough. Usually it gets quite the laugh. Ah, I see the meat is here. Do you have the howl water? Oh, it is as strong as Rigert remembers. Good! Rigert used his contacts at Solitude Sport to get his hands on some Riemann cane spice and a special secret ingredient. Now we are ready to cook. Rigert must focus on tending the fire. In the meantime, you should make sure the roast boar is perfect. If it is too bland, add more seasoning. Too dry, baste with howl water. Too tough, tenderize it. So, friend, are you ready? Smells too bland. Spice the meat, friend. The meat's getting too dry. Use the howl water. The meat's tougher than a mud crab's shell. Let's soften it up. The meat's drying out again. Give it another splash. Soften it up again, friend.
Sure, bollocks, man. Do you mean to drive me mad with that scent?
Painswine. Rigert prepared an exquisite dish to cure your grumpiness.
This is sounding wonderful. But there's a taste I can't place.
That's Rigert's secretest ingredient. Powdered Hagraven squeezings.
Oh no.
We did it, friend. He's overcome with bliss. Let's ask him if he's changed his mind.
Damn you and that idiot! Feeding me powdered Hagraven squeezings? Are you trying to kill me? And yet, by the gods, that taste, that aroma, I can't get it out of my mind. It's haunting. I cannot lie, I do. But no one can know. Hagravens are filthy, revolting beasts. If anyone hears that I've eaten one, my title will be revoked. I'll be the shame of Western Skyrim. How can something so vile taste so good? Damn you. Both of you. Fine. I'll forget the feud with Hraldi and go to this meeting. But I have two conditions. First, you can tell no one about what I ate here today. Second, whatever seasoning's left over is mine. Make sure Hraldi gets his arse in that lodge. I'll pull myself together in the meantime. Of course I am. I just need a moment to reflect. After tasting that meal, I don't think I'll ever be the same again.
Rigurd needs to taste this boar for himself. Nothing better than fresh Hagraven squeezings.
You're back. Tyler, well, you stink. How is that going to help you catch old Hjor's daughter? Wait, where's your fishing rod? By the spirits, that wake! It's old Hjor's daughter! I don't understand. Old Hjord's daughter is a hawker. For years, I gave prayers and offerings to the animal spirits that my family has honored for generations, expecting their blessing in return. And then this idiot throws a smelly mushroom in the river and catches my family's ancient quarry. How can I refuse? You and your infuriatingly dense friend taught me a valuable lesson on this day. You taught me that my feud with Thane Svein doesn't matter. Nothing matters. A life of prayer and worship can come to naught, and some random fool can accomplish your dream in a moment. There is no justice in this world. So, I will meet with him. I'll venture to Jarl Morin's cabin shortly. I believe I need to be alone for a moment. I plan to set her loose, seeing her hair, staring into her fathomless eyes. She torments me. I want nothing more to do with her.
I heard what you did, Icehill. Go on inside. At first, I didn't believe Rigurd was an ambassador. He's not exactly what you would expect.
Rigurd, you bearded ox! Get over here! And bring your friend. There's more mead where this came from. Well, well. Rigurd the Brush's surprisingly comely friend. I don't have any unopened bottles left, but you could probably fill a flagon. if you're willing to mix a few of the vintages. So, get drinking! There isn't anything else to do, is there? Wait, you mean they're coming here to talk about a treaty with Eastmarch? Kind's breath, when? Then I need my scribes. I need my advisors. I need my chefs to prepare the victuals. I need the legal scholars here. I need to sit down.
Morin. Rigert. Am I early?
All. Rigert and his assistant just need to finalize preparations. A word, friend? Rigert knows diplomacy is not the smoothest road, but this one was almost too bumpy, even for him. Either way, Rigert could not have done this without your help, friend. Rigert is ready as ever. Of course, King Joran told Rigert not to say anything during the meeting, so mostly he is ready to nod and smile. You have been such a good friend to Rigert. Take this with his thanks.
Thainsfine, don't think my being here means I've forgotten the New Life Festival.
Will someone thank Thane Haraldi for facing away from me, so I don't have to look at his pissing beard? Look at all these bottles. Did you start without us, Jarl Morin?
Well, I actually...
Ha! My kind of diplomacy. Speaking of, we've got some talking to do, don't we?
Yes, I must second my corpulent peer's point. Let's discuss this treaty of yours.
Of course, right away, your Thaniousnesses.
Rigert really knows how to surprise you. Even now, just when I thought there was one of him, there's two. I'll let you in on a little secret from Whiterun. If Nords ever conducted negotiations while completely sober, nothing would get done. I'll say this. I organized these talks because the Skald King asked me to, not because I thought we'd succeed. I assumed the meeting was doomed to fail. But given what Rigert's accomplished already, perhaps I was wrong. Or perhaps I'm just drunk. I'll let you in on a little secret from Whiterun. If Nords ever conducted negotiations while completely sober, nothing would get done. I'll say this. I organized these talks because the Skald King asked me to, not because I thought we'd succeed. I assumed the meeting was doomed to fail. But given what Rigert's accomplished already, perhaps I was wrong. Or perhaps I'm just drunk.
Rigert hopes these talks go well. The Skald King plans to send him on another mission soon. Hopefully it will be a place where the people are excited to embrace Nord culture. Oh, Rigert has no say. Someplace far away, most likely, where the Nord cultural exchange can do the most good. Rigert did hear the Skald King mumble something about the distant reaches of Oblivion. Or was it the depths of the Alakir Desert?
I was suspicious of what Rigert and Jarl Morin could accomplish, but if Rigert could destroy a man's faith in a day's work, why shouldn't he be able to resolve the rift between Eastern and Western Skyrim? Not today. We are only two Thanes, Svein and I. But we have the ears of other Thanes, that have the ears of Jarls, that have the ears of the King. If peace is prudent, word will reach the throne.
I've been to a few diplomatic talks in my time. Bore is the lot of them. But, after everything you and that Frostheel pulled today, this one seems worth my time. Who can say? Western and Eastern Skyrim split on bad terms. No point trying to put gravy on that pig. But while the East has prospered, well, life's not bad. Could be better. Jarl Morin and Rigert will tell us how much better it might be.
The mystery author Ivana Greymoor knows a lot about vampires. I do too, but that's because my family dealt with them a few generations ago. My weapons, the ones you can see anyway, are not only for show. Vampires can be nasty.
Ah, bloody mages and their bloody tricks.
You're here. Don't worry, I have your pay. I'm just finishing my notes. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm not as confident as I once was that my theory is correct. How can I really know that my spell worked? Not really. My whole theory depends on the idea that a dragon buried in that mound could conceivably rise from the dead. We know necromancers can raise human skeletons, so why not dragons? That's what my ward is supposed to stop. No. I researched thoroughly to make it unbreakable, but I just don't know if it worked. I expected some kind of reaction, but there was nothing. I don't know. What do you think? How should I present my findings to the Circle? You're right. I've always been self-conscious about my ideas. Too many competing scholars back home. But I created a competent ward, and if anyone tries to raise that dragon, they'll fail. I'm sure of it. Now, I need to get up the nerve to report my findings. Part of that includes telling Gabrielle that I went against her wishes. Hopefully she'll go easy on me. Thank you for listening, and for all your help. Oh wait, we're not done yet! I promised you compensation for your help, and I'm a Breton of my word. I know it's not much, but take this. And may we never see dragons over solitude. Thank you for all your advice about the Antiquarian Circle. Who knows? maybe we'll have another adventure together. If I know Gabrielle, I need to spend some time getting my details right. I might even go back out there for some more research. And don't worry, one of the more experienced antiquarians here has offered to help me. And then I go brave the lioness in her den. That's a very Breton way of saying I will present my facts and make the case that I'm right. And I am right.
What do you want?
Hello? Is that you, Doughty Assistant? Oh, thank feck. You have the incantation, yes? Read it quickly. You'll be surprised to hear that life as a bottle does not suit me. How should I know? I'm a historian, not a hedge wizard. Just use your best judgment. I have near total faith in you. Yes, that's it. I can feel the illusion's grip loosening. Keep going. Read the other lines. I think that's right. I can feel the glass cracking around me. Keep going. Speak the final line. That's it.
Ah, finally! Let's see. Legs, arms, stylish coiffure. Yes! Looks like everything's as it should be. What a relief. Oh, it's you, my under-eager assistant of adventures past. Well, any port in a storm, yes? We need to find Melmoth's Mysterium quickly. First, we need his journal. A bull-headed librarian refused to share it with me. Can you believe that? Oh, I'd almost forgotten how cheeky you are. I might have torn one of the pages. Honestly, you'd barely notice. But you know how librarians are. Spill a drink, or talk too loudly, or rip a few pages, and wham! They cast you out on your ear. A prickly Argonian named Dean Villaz. She works in the Mages Guild Library in Solitude. You lack my ample charisma, it's true, but you do radiate a certain degree of authority. I'm confident you can talk her out of the journal. Yes, of course! Narcissus Drain is always true to his word. If you assist me in following the clues laid out in Melmoth's journal, I will gladly share the wonders of his Mysterium with you. Porphyry! Why in God's name did you bring them along? Well? Solitude is a wonderful location to study my passion project, the Sea of Ghosts. Oh, to speak to Ingol and learn more about his death on that sea, and to have discourse with Greymoor to discover how he tamed those ghosts.
Welcome to the Mages Guild Library. Please handle our books and scrolls with the care they deserve. I already cast out a careless dark elf. I pray that I will not have to ask anyone else to leave today. Ugh. Do you work with that strutting war Narcissus Dren? The famed scholar? Scholar my shedding tail scales. He tore a page in a valuable book, and I suspect he stole one of Melmoth's scrolls. What reason could I possibly have to help you? I knew it. Wise of him to send an associate like you to offer an olive branch. Cowardly, but wise. Far superior to Narcissus Dren is no great accomplishment. Nonetheless, I feel I can trust you. It's there on the table. Do not prove me wrong on this. We treasure all arcane texts. But Melmoth's riddles are of special interest to the guild. The journal is just there on the table. I should warn you, Melmoth was mad as a sack of weasels. Whatever you intend to do with the text, I doubt it will be worth the effort.
What is it?
Pleased to see you in solitude, stranger.
Ah, assistant. It's about time. So, any luck with that cold-blooded librarian? Excellent! I must admit, I had my doubts, but you're turning out to be a model employee. Assistant. Partner? Whatever. Now, if you just hand it over, I can try to untangle Melmoth's riddles and set us on the right path. She would. This text reveals Melmoth's mysterium, his trove to arcane trinkets and treasures. Now, just give me a moment to, Yes, I have it. This clearly refers to a meditation grotto near Kilcreath, one of Shalador's old haunts. Well, to be frank, this seems too good to be true. A single riddle leading to our prize? Too easy. Then again, things often come easy to an adventurer of my caliber. I have some business to conclude here. I'll meet you at Kilcreath once I'm finished. How would I not? Ancient mysteries are Narcissus Dren's stock in trade. No arcane relic or lost antiquity evades my gaze for long. Surely you've read some of my books? They're bestsellers, assistant. I can get you some, at a very reasonable price. Well, advanced scholarship always involves a bit of give and take. For example, an elderly mage I met in Riften made a, modest contribution. But make no mistake, it was I who cracked Melmoth's riddles. He was, for a time, struck me as something of an obsession, if I'm being honest. 50 years he's been at this Melmoth business. 50 years! Oh, can you imagine? That might be a reasonable period of study for an elf, but for a Nord? Ooh, it's untenable. Of course I did. What kind of Mer would I be if I let that doddering fossil waste his scant remaining years chasing riddles like this? I may be ambitious, but I am never cruel. I took his notes as a personal and professional courtesy. Yes, of course, all the credit he deserves. I'm generous with my praise. You'll see soon enough, assistant. Ah, there you are. Yes, I'd say this looks like the right place. What's this then? A lever of some kind? Well, you did arrive first. Fair's fair. Go ahead and pull it, won't you? Watch and learn, assistant. Now that I've graciously shown you what can go wrong, you give it a try. Look, something appeared. A scroll of some kind. Let me guess. Another array of tiresome clues. Oh, do you have any idea how many clues I've worked through thus far? That bottle nonsense from before, that was just one of many chapters in this ridiculous saga. Oh, enough grousing. Out with it! Ah, yes. A reference to his passing fancy with poetry and romance. Was Melmoth a cunning illusionist? Yes. Was he a master wordsmith? Hardly. I don't know about the flowers, but this bit about Lady of the Winter Winds likely points to Kine. Yes, the Nord storm goddess. I'm not aware of any connections between Kine and flowers, but an ancient shrine dedicated to her lies southwest of here, near Chillwind Depths. I'll mark it on your map. Meet me there, all right? Path to flower, blooms for grieving widows, dragon's tongue for ancient throats. Oh, nonsense, the lot of it! Oh, I fail to see how flowers have anything to do with these sconces. Probably a red herring, very common in this sort of riddle. But don't let me stop you. Truthfully, I could use a break from all this foolishness. Oh, that did it! And another scroll. What a surprise. So, what's next on the agenda? Sorting pigs by ear size? A guar steak eating contest? At this point, nothing would surprise me. Doors, huh? Perhaps we're finally nearing the end of this. Yes, I see now. This final line about feline faith, it's a clear reference to Sabercat's Leap, a rocky precipice southwest of Morthal. I don't know of any doors there, though. Oh, you're probably right. I tell you this, though. If these illusory doors lead to nowhere, I will be very put out. Only one way to know for sure. Make your way to Sabercat's Leap. I'll meet you there. This puzzle seems easy enough. It's just a matter of simple deduction. Aha! I have it. Observe! No. I used that one to illustrate the consequences of hasty choices, remember? Oh, had you going there for a moment, didn't I? I just wanted to illustrate the perils of overconfidence, a critical lesson for dashing heroes like us. Now, of course I do. But what kind of historian would I be if I robbed my assistants of the opportunity to achieve great things on their own? Now, enough accusations. You have a puzzle to solve. A clue? Very well. Read the riddle. Oh, am I? Or is the riddle simply repeating what I said? To you, perhaps. It makes perfect sense to me and my hordes of loyal readers. I did mention that I'm a best-selling writer, didn't I? Perhaps when you've published some award-winning tomes, we can discuss who does and does not make sense. At last, mail moths! Wait. Another scroll? Oh, by the 3. If this isn't the last one, I quit.